Hi there, I'm Lance from Love to Hate, back again with another unboxing video. This time we're going to be taking a look at Crimes and History H.H. Holmes's Murder Castle. This game comes from Blueprint Gaming Concepts. It's a pretty hefty box here. Let's go ahead and take an overhead view and we'll open it up. Alright, so there you go. You can see the front cover there. H.H. Holmes's Murder Castle. This was a game that was on Kickstarter and is just now being delivered to those who backed it. Let's go ahead and open this up. As you can see here in the bottom right corner, it says the second story expansion included for 1 to 7 players. That was part of the Kickstarter campaign. If you're not familiar with H.H. Holmes and his Murder Castle, this is Crimes and History, so this is a historical game, a horror game at that. H.H. Holmes is considered to be the first serial killer in America, the United States. Let's take a look at the back cover here, and it says, in Crimes and History, H.H. Holmes's Murder Castle, you will explore rooms and collect evidence while battling backstabbing overnight guests and evading Holmes in his thrilling house of horrors. The castle can be built differently each time using unique modular room tiles inspired from the original castle's blueprints. Trapdoors, greased chutes to the basement, brick walls, and seeping gas are just some of the booby traps you'll encounter as you travel throughout the castle. Because Holmes knew the layout of the castle and all the castle's elaborate horrors, he can appear in any room with only a moment's notice. Draw from 79 event cards to gain a competitive advantage or to wreak havoc by sabotaging other players. The winner is the first player to complete their evidence board and race back to the pharmacy. So in this game, you play as one of the guests in the Murder Castle, which the Murder Castle was a hotel in Chicago at the turn of the century, the turn of the 19th century. It was 1893, 1897, somewhere in that time frame. 1893, right there. And so this is Chicago. I don't know if I mentioned that. And here's the rule book. I'll let you take a quick peek at the pages of the rule book here. Anyhow, he converted this apartment building into a hotel. However, many of the rooms were booby-trapped to help him slay his victims. Kind of a gruesome story, the history here. I've read some books on this, actually. Quite chilling, the real true story here behind this game. Fascinating, but very horrifying at the same time. This was in here as well. There's a jigsaw puzzle that you can check out if you would like to do so. And we have some baggies on the top here. I'm going to move the cover of the box out of the way, and we will open these up. Now these are wrapped in plastic here, so I'm going to open this up real quick. And these are the room tiles, and they pop out real nice and easy. And let you take a look at some of the artwork there on those. And these are nice and thick tiles. These are going to be very durable. You'll get a lot of play out of these without any wear and tear showing up on them, looks like. So there you go, those are nice. Let's see what else we have here. More room tiles. We have lots of room tiles, so there's lots of variability. And this right here appears to be the cardboard punch out for Holmes himself, the bad guy in the game. Now, this is a competitive game, but there is a mode to it where one person can play as Holmes and the other players play against him. So it can be a one against all kind of thing. And there's also a solo mode in this game, which we will probably showcase in a playthrough video. Let's see what this is. These are more punch outs. And so these are the characters that you can play as right here. Very nice. And I do have the deluxe version, or whatever it's called, that comes with the miniatures. So let's go ahead and get into that and let you take a look at some of these miniatures here. These are very nice, high quality, detailed. Looks like they would be easy to paint too. That's not really my forte. I'm not a painter, but if that is one of your hobbies out there, these are good minis to paint. So there you go. And they are very much in the theme of the time frame here. Again, the turn of the 19th century, the end of the 18th, or excuse me, the turn of the 20th century. Sorry, I messed that up earlier. And we do have a metal key here. It's very cool. That goes in right there. Let's see what else we have here. More punch outs and tokens in the game. Very cool. And this is a recessed dual layered player board here for Holmes's control panel. So this is if you are going to play as Holmes yourself. This is recessed and dual layered. I don't know if you can pick that up on the video there, but very nice that they made that dual layered. And we have a bag that is going to hold all the evidence cubes. Excuse me. This is my hands are not very big, but you can definitely fit your hand in this bag. And we've got more tokens here. And some columns. Can't quite remember what the columns are for as far as the gameplay goes. And these are the player boards. The player boards are dual layered as well. So they are going to hold our evidence cubes very nicely. In this game, you are trying to go around the castle collecting different cubes of evidence, and you need so many cubes of a certain color in order to have enough evidence against Holmes so that he can be arrested and you can be the winner of the game. But you do have to escape his murderous traps. You have to survive the night. Now this is the Ferris wheel because what was going on at the same time as this murder castle was taking place. This looks like it needs to be kind of popped in. I'll figure that out later. But what was going on in Chicago at the same time was the World's Fair. And if you aren't familiar with that concept, I'm going to throw this out there real quick. World's Fair, 1893, J. Alex Cavern. His game, there's a board game on this. And as you can see, there's a Ferris wheel in the background because that was in Chicago at the same time frame. And that was the introduction of the Ferris wheel. And so we do have some evidence cubes here. You can check these out. These are nice and solid. Look to be kind of like the same types of cubes you see in Pandemic, to give you an idea. So we have some black evidence cubes. We do have other colors. We've got blue, green, yellow, more black, orange, white. Very nice. Some standees for the cardboard punch outs if you're not going to use the minis. And it looks like we have some mini cards, little tiny cards here. These are more like cardboard tokens than they are cards, but they're kind of thin. Not sure what these are for, but there you go. And we have another bag, fake evidence. We'll have to look into what that is. And we do have some cards here, so let's look at the cards real quick. All right, so quite a few of cards in this game, all different types. Most of these are going to be events that take place. Trying trap doors in the hotel, the murder castle. There are going to be things that test you that either, bad things will happen to you, like you'll get ambushed and get sucked into a trap door, or you find a secret passage type thing. So lots of interesting stuff that can happen in this game. Liquid courage. And you can try to sabotage other players and tell Holmes about other players and get him on their track instead of on you. So yeah, there's lots of things you can do in this game. Pretty excited to get this one to the table. And let's see what some of these other cards are. These I think are Holmes's deck and the bad things that he might do to you, wreaking havoc on your stay in the murder castle. I'm sure back then it was not called the murder castle. Probably had a much nicer name. World's Fair Hotel, I think, maybe, if I remember from the books that I read. Anyhow, that is pretty much it. We do have one other little deck here that looks to be maybe the solo deck. I'm not sure. And we do have some blank cards on top. And this is the second story, so this is the part of the game that is part of the expansion, which I think the expansion adds the solo capabilities as well as extra rooms to make the castle even bigger. So there you go. Let's go back up top and we'll close this out. All right, so there you have it. That was Crimes and Histories, H.H. Holmes's Murder Castle from Blueprint Gaming Concepts. This is really exciting to me. I'm ready to get this to the table and try this out, see what it's all about. So be on the lookout for some playthrough videos and a review video eventually. So, all right, I'm Lance, and this is Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. Please make sure to like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.